The sun had yet to rise beyond the mountain ridge when the expedition team silently followed a mist-covered trail into the heart of a primeval forest untouched by human footsteps. Strange bird calls echoed from above, blending with the rustling, leaves beneath their heavy steps, creating a mysterious symphony of nature. Leading the group was Mr. Lamb, an elderly biologist whose eyes brimmed with experience, always clutching a weathered notebook in his hand. Towering ancient trees stretched skyward, their massive canopies blocking out the sunlight, forming a deep green dome that made the entire forest feel as though it were whispering secrets to the brave souls entering its realm. The deeper they ventured into the jungle, the more suffocating the air became. Moisture clung to their skin like an unpleasant film. Faintly glowing mushrooms began to appear at the base of the ancient trunks, casting a pale blue-green light like watchful eyes, observing their every move. Suddenly a strange sound echoed from behind the bushes, like someone chuckling softly. The group froze. Mr. Lamb furrowed his brow and raised his hand for silence. Nothing. Just the sounds of the forest. Or was it something else? By noon, weak sunlight filtered through the forest canopy, like shimmering golden threads. They paused beside an ancient tree so large it would take 3 people to embrace it fully. Mr. Lamb gently touched the moss-covered bark and recoiled in surprise upon seeing faintly carved symbols etched into the wood. "These aren't natural marks," he murmured. The group gathered around. The curved lines resembled an ancient script, perhaps from a long-lost tribe. As evening approached, the forest began to change. Gentle gusts of wind passed through, sounding like the sighs of thousands of spirits. A deep, low growl rumbled from somewhere in the distance. The group held their breath. They turned down a narrow path and found themselves before a sunken clearing surrounded by vivid red vines. At the center lay a pitch-black lake, its surface eerily still. Mr. Lamb knelt down, scooped up a handful of water, and gasped as it immediately shimmered into a silvery glow. Night fell like a curtain. The team pitched their tents in a small clearing, their tired faces illuminated by the flickering firelight. Mr. Lamb flipped through his notes by the lantern's glow, his eyes lighting up as he compared the carved symbols with his ancient records. "If I'm right, we're standing on the sacred land of the ancient Ragu tribe." No one spoke. Then the sound of drums suddenly echoed from deep within the forest. Not from beasts, from humans. The next morning, the sun poured divine light upon the forest. The expedition followed the carved symbols deeper into the jungle until they reached a cave hidden within a moss-covered cliffside. Inside were ancient wall paintings depicting humans communicating with hybrid creatures, part man, part beast. Mr. Lamb stood frozen before one image, a man holding a notebook, looking exactly like him. In that moment, he understood. They weren't merely exploring a forest, but stepping into a destiny etched long ago.